Max Goodman here with Speaking of the Mets and NJ.com, and I'm now joined by Émilien Pitre, who came over in the Freddy Peralta trade from the Rays, one of the higher-ranked infield prospects within the Mets system. We were just talking to Billy Amick here on the channel about how hectic these last couple of weeks have been. Another organization getting traded, being in Double-A, now being in Triple-A. How would you describe these last couple of weeks?
Yeah, it's been a lot, but I feel like the Mets have done a good job welcoming me here, and I feel at home already.
Okay, awesome. When people talk about your skill set as a prospect, the first thing that comes to mind is the hit tool and the bat to ball skills. I was wondering when that started for you. Like when you think of your path as a player, did that really blossom for you at Kentucky? Was it earlier? Was it in Little League? Did you always have it?
Yeah, I'd say it started in college, really.
Okay.
Coach Emirati, who's now at Auburn, was a hitting coach at Kentucky, and he kind of introduced to me like an approach, which helped with my bat to ball, and seeing pitches deep in the zone, and that's kind of where it all started.
Okay. Is there a next step that you want to take as a hitter?
I think the power will come with age, and obviously me gaining more weight, but I think I need to keep doing what I'm doing, and good things will happen.
But how much pride do you take maybe in just being able to put the bat on the baseball as much as you do? Because I'm sure there are plenty of other players, whether they're in this clubhouse or on other organizations, that would do unspeakable things to be able to put the ball in play as much as you do.
Yeah, well, that's the kind of player I am, and so I try to stay as perfect as I can through my approach, and things like doubles and triples and singles will come. But yeah, just try to be as simple in the box as possible.
Sure. Now, jumping over to defense real quick. I know you bop around the infield a little bit. Maybe this is an unfair question, but do you have a favorite position? Do you want to stick at any spot particularly?
No, I'm just grateful to be out there and help my team win. So whatever I can be to help the team win, I'll be there.
Okay. And you talked a little bit about Kentucky, but you grew up in Canada. I was wondering what maybe the biggest culture shock was for you, growing up out there, ending up in an SEC program, playing over the summer in the Cape Cod League, upstate New York, like all the different spots along the way in the U.S. What was that transition like for you?
I feel like it was pretty easy. The biggest thing was definitely the language barrier.
Sure.
Being French Canadian, different people have different English, which was probably the hardest thing. But communicating with my coaches and my teammate was probably the hardest thing. Freshman year, kind of quiet and looking around and try to learn as much as I can. But I feel like sophomore and junior year, communicating was a lot easier. So yeah, I'd say communicating was probably the biggest culture shock.
Okay. How much do you still use French, if at
Oh,
all?
every time I speak to my parents.
Okay.
But yeah, that's about it.
And I'm so curious because I think the stereotype, right, is that people up there will fall in love with hockey or maybe another sport. Like, why did you want to play baseball as a kid? Why did you love hitting at that age rather than skating or something else?
Yeah, I think it's definitely the challenge of hitting in baseball really caught my eyes, and to me, it was the hardest thing to do, and I love challenges. So I'd say that's why I stuck with baseball.
Okay, and I know I'm jumping around a little bit, but you earlier talked about the hit tool emerging in college. What were you like as a hitter before then? Like when you think back to it?
Yeah, I'd say I was kind of what I am right now, but not to the extreme.
Okay.
Definitely a slap hitter. I grew up as a shortstop, and I think that's kind of how I got to school with my glove, and the hit tool really just came after.
Yeah. Were you a Blue Jays fan
Absolutely.
as a kid? Okay, so
Yeah.
who were your guys?
I watched Vladdy growing up, Bo, going through the minors, freaking Ryan Goins. There's so many guys on the Blue Jays. Obviously, Bautista, Encarnacion, all those guys, really.
Tulo?
Yeah, Tulo.
Sure.
Yeah.
And do you wish that you stuck at shortstop a little bit? If that was what you played as a, I mean, I know a lot of prospects start there and then jump around.
Sure, but like I said, I just want to be out there and helping my team win.
Okay.
So wherever they need me, I'll be there.
Are you looking forward to a chance to talk to Bo at some point?
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, he's doing well up there, so yeah, that'd be great to have a talk with him.
Okay, cool. And you came over to the Mets organization with two other pieces in that Peralta trade, Gary Gill and Aidan Smith. I'm not sure how much time you spent with them in terms of being teammates on the same affiliate with
Right,
the Rays,
right.
but give me your quick scouting report on each of those two and what Mets fans can
Yeah.
expect with them.
So spent a full year with both of them, and Gary spent this year with them.
Mm-hmm.
Starting off with Aidan, super high ceiling player. I mean, he'll hit balls as hard as anybody, and he runs super fast. One of the best defensive outfielders I've ever seen with a good arm. Super competitive. So that's what I got on Aidan, and Gary just fills up the zone.
Yeah.
Works fast on the mound. Love that as a defensive player. He works fast, fills up the zone, and keeps the position player on their toes, and I love that about him.
All right, cool. And now you're in Triple-A. I know the season's winding down at this point, but I'm sure you can almost taste what your big league debut will be like. And I'm just wondering what your mindset is for this last month, or maybe it's even less than a month at this point. Like how do you want to finish the season? What are you working on to go into the offseason with some more momentum?
Yeah, obviously I want to finish strong and kind of learn how to be a pro. You know, I feel like that's the thing the Mets preach a lot is be a pro, be on top of your stuff, your recovery and all that stuff. So I'm still learning that part with the Mets, but yeah, definitely want to go out there and play my game and finish strong.
Okay. And have you thought at all about what it'll be like to debut and play for the Mets in a market like New York City, and a kid growing up in Canada ending up in a New York uniform?
Yeah, I mean the Mets have a really good fan base, super passionate. So I'm obviously looking forward to it, whether it happens next year or the year after. Super pumped for that.
Amazing. Émilien, thank you so much for the time. Great to meet you.
Thank you.
And if you watched up to this point, please subscribe.